Thank you very much for introduction, and I would like to use this opportunity also to thank Finland for generously funding this study and also being so much involved in this study that we are here today to discuss. Attaches great importance to the environmental emergencies, and I think we are close or past the date of 20 years since the unit was established together between UNEP and the Humanitarian Affairs Department of UN Secretariat, and that was indication how much important is the environment and how much important it is in humanitarian response as well as development. I would like to say at the beginning that in 20 years that passed since that, we saw the peaks of the interest to environmental emergencies, and unfortunately we saw also the bottoms of that. And I think we have to be consistent, and the study also identifies a number of issues, how we can be more consistent on that and more involved in these issues. And the environment is very important for all the people and people affected by humanitarian crisis, because people live in environment and depend on the environment, rely on the environment. Those who are affected by humanitarian crisis for their lives, for their livelihoods, and it's very important that these issues are properly addressed. I think we also are in the verge of rethinking of humanitarian response that is coming at the time when in 2015 or soon after we have to develop a new framework, and it's related also to the World Humanitarian Summit that is convened for the first time in 2016, and it's very significant that at least two topics, all topics are related to environment, but two topics are very closely related to the environment, that is humanitarian effectiveness and managing vulnerability and risk assessment. I think it's very important also to mainstream the environment in humanitarian response. That is not happening all the time, and it leaves behind a very serious vacuum in addressing the humanitarian concerns of the population affected by disasters, be they natural or conflict-induced. And I can give you some statistics. I think it was in 2007 when most of the flash appeals were issued, the appeals for funding. 16 appeals were issued at that year, and 14 were related to water. So it was too much water that floods, or too little water that droughts. And of course, one can say that it is related to climate change, that humanitarian side is the most important humanitarian concern for the future, but it's also related to the way how we are managing the water, and the water may be, I would say, very ugly if it is too much, and very ugly when it is too little. So one has to manage them properly, the water supplies to population, to the people affected. I think that is also addressed in the study that OCHA prepared, Saving Lives Today and Tomorrow, and it is being discussed, and also most important trends are in these areas. As Anna mentioned in her introduction, the issues of accountability is one of the most important issues of the study, and I would like to assure you that OCHA takes it very seriously. Being responsible for cross-cutting issue and environment is of course cross-cutting issue, but this does not lead to somebody to identify somebody who is responsible for that. I think it's a responsibility of all. At the same time, it means that it's responsibility for nobody. So when you have this situation, it always like that. And second, this conclusion of the study is very important, that we mainstream the environment system-wide and in the field response. And this approach is, I think, has a lot of potential, and using the Interagency Standing Committee Program humanitarian cycle is one of the areas where we can work on to mainstream the humanitarian concerns of the environment, degradation or impact on the environment. And the third issue is how donors behave on that, and I was very happy to hear that Anna said that Finland is chairing this group together with Mexico, and environmental concerns are very prominent in the agenda, and I hope that donors who are supporting humanitarian response will incorporate in their funding also environmental concerns, and it will go a long way to increase the international attention to these issues. I would like to assure this gathering that Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs intends to carry these recommendations of the study forward. And a core component of this undertaking is evidence-based country-level analysis and planning that particularly demonstrates how environment considerations will be built into integral component of the humanitarian response, be it natural disasters again or conflict-induced. I would like to say that it will bring about the increase of the effectiveness of humanitarian aid, sustainability and accountability, and assist in the required shift towards the more anticipatory model of humanitarian response. I would like to thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.